Such an appreciation for knowing what you guys are doing and knowing that you're out there and you have this vision of how to change things and, or at least improve things, and hearing stories about, you know, police brutality and stuff is, it's overwhelming sometimes, you know, but I think it's really good, and in this group to have that discussion and everything, I'd like to talk about maybe what, because we can't do what you're doing right now,
Right.
so I'd like to kind of talk about what we can do. What can we do today, you know, to help out with the situation? So, you know, I mean, do you have suggestions for that, Pete? Like, what can we do in the community? And maybe Dale, like, what, how you would see that, you know, with suggestions and stuff.
I think what you said earlier is key. You can't do it with this. It's not going to work. These guys aren't going to do it. They don't want to. They don't want the change. What he's supporting this overt way of showing their ridiculous behavior is crucial, because without you showing them violating laws, but now we have another problem. People are acting like, well, I kind of don't know or care that they're violating law. But you know what? A lot of people are becoming more conscious, and so they're seeing that. So I think that's key here, that we're getting more and more people that are not necessarily in a situation. You're just showing what's really going on, and that's key. That it's not like, I don't know if you saw the one with the guy with the Rottweiler. Did you guys see that one?
Yep.
He killed his Rottweiler. You know, he put himself in the situation. I wish he would have done that so he could just show their ridiculous behavior otherwise without his dog getting killed. Because I could have told them they're just, you know, that's their mentality. And I feel bad for that dog just protecting his owner.
You're not going to shame
Still
them
mad
into
about that.
You're not going to shame them into
No, you're not going to shame them into anything. What we have to do is replace their system and their values.
Yeah.
Also, we can reward them. I have some ideas, some middle ideas that would take philanthropy, but imagine paying them to change. What I did on my staff, I did get a chance to run some experiments to see if I could change their behavior overall. You cannot generally, but if you created a system of performance data driven changes, for example, if your precinct had you break it down by the car. So if you had no prisoners injured while you transported them, then you would get a bonus. If you have no one die, you get a bonus. If you have, so you reward for the behavior you want. Because right now,
focus of their self-interest.
exactly, self-interest in their money. So all of a sudden, they're going to not take the head and smash it into the top of the car, because that's what they want to do, because that's fun, right? Dorner got upset because he's a believer, and you can't really mess with believers. You got to make sure you don't do that. You can mess over regular people, you can mess over criminals. You cannot mess over a true believer. A true believer, you know, believes in our system. He believes in America. He believes in the way. They messed over that cop, and he could not handle it. He did not see a way that he was going to have a good quality of life as a believer, a true believer in our system, where you abused him, and he, you know, we as a society allowed him to be abused. He was, yeah, they're still, you know, the officers there, they actually know he was right. Everything that, unfortunately, everything that guy was saying and doing, they supported those officers out there going through a lot of hell that are in the department there. And that police brutality out there is sanctioned. That female, she's known for kicking every kind of person in the mouth while they're down. And, you know, that's her behavior. You're not gonna, the system supports her behavior. So we gotta reward their different behavior. We gotta figure out a way to pay them to be different.
Ooh,
My
I don't
objective.
think I like that idea.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with that can get them to change. Prosecuting them doesn't work.
I like just getting rid of them.
I like getting rid of them.
I like
Honestly, getting rid of them is the best way. Here's the problem. Look what happened in Iraq. You get rid of people that are trained in a certain thing, in a certain area.
Yeah, and then they
What will
come
happen
here.
is they would, not that I support in any way invading anyone's country, because I think that's ridiculous, but when you take people that, for example, let's say we fired these police to try to hire new ones. These police would attack the new ones.
Right.
Okay, they would destroy our system. So you'd have to blend it out. You'd have to have like a blending out, and you know, my thing would be to take like one precinct, and first thing you gotta do is turn them into something different, a different value system. So you gotta manipulate them a different way. Right now they're just, it's like, you know, you got officers, just decent people that don't do the negatives, and they just don't, they actually have terms for them like Dudley Do Right and Officer Nicely, and then they have tackleberries. Those are the officers that actually have a lot of knowledge. They hate them too. Officers that go to training and do all kinds of, you know, training, and you know, they're really into what they do. they hate those officers. The average officer hates them. And so what we get to do is reward those two different groups, so the other ones will be more like them. And there's a way to kind of middle
Start
ground.
firing these cats, man. It's,
It's
we need
like
some
preferential
school.
treatment to
Yes.
hiring veterans because they see people as the enemy. They assume they're the
Well, they're
enemy.
actually getting away from that, but that's not going to help. It'll well help a little bit because you know what those guys were doing? Like you said, they were actually just on go, just shooting people. And so they, now they had to pay. It wasn't like there was this moral change or ethics change. What happened was the law enforcement kept getting sued. So they changed it. Now they don't really like vets. They're like turning away from them. But still, the bloodlust is still there from the average, mindset anyway. Like and power, and the whole mentality of dominance. They can't imagine. One officer told me, standing right here, he said, so let me get this straight. They touch an officer, you don't believe that you put him down? I was like, absolutely not. You should not do that because you should be touch proof. So we get spit on. We do. We wipe the spit off. It's okay. One guy told me, he said, I wish someone spit on me because I would kill them. You probably would. And that's okay because you're rich. This guy
the
was
rest of your life.
What's that?
No, I mean, regardless, you'd have to live with that your entire life. I
He
mean,
probably wouldn't mind.
Some people sleep very well.
Yeah, very well. Well, my point is, you have to change. You have to get a different kind of person in there. Psychologically, we have a guy, the psychologist who does the police exams. He's going to do he's building one specifically for us. But altruism, you need a different kind of value system. It is their psychological value system that is the problem.
Yeah.
So you're saying we want this kind of person. You got them, and now you don't like the results. So if you want a different result, you have to get a different formula.
I don't think a different result is wanted, though. That's gonna
Yes.
be bad for the
Exactly.
for the
We-
prisons. It's gonna.
This is
be
where I'm
bad.
getting. I have to understand. I let people know that we are not a policing option. We don't harass people. When I get to the scene and I find someone smoking weed, you know what I say? Better than alcohol. Good. Good one. Good. More of that, less of the alcohol, please. Right? When I get to the scene, there's a guy drunk in a car. You know what I do? I ruin the case. I reach in there very quickly and I take the keys out. I call his family. Ruin the whole case. You know why? Because you cannot prosecute someone who doesn't have control of the keys.
oh,
I'm like the worst police officer ever in the history of America. I've ruined everything. They're like, Dale, you have no arrests. It's crazy, right? But that's okay because I'm not here for that. I'm here to make sure the guy doesn't start the car up, drive down the street and kill someone. They don't care about that. They're like, but at least we got him for both drunk driving and now for killing someone.
But surely you shoot a dog once in a while, right?
Absolutely not. Listen, I got these non-lethal this sound device. We actually use on phone animals
yeah.
too now. It's pretty cool. Shoot like this, and someone starts saying something you don't like, just go. That's what you say. It's horribly annoying. But you don't have to kill anyone. You can shoot this at the dog or bad people, all that. And that's the whole point, is to think differently about what you're trying to achieve.
Do you have one handy?
Yeah, actually, it's in the car. And that, look, these are right here. Anybody see this? These right here. I'll give you an example of some of our devices. This is, first of all these are facsimiles. And this is a device that we have that uses air. And it blows up. Very loud sound. That's all it is. It's just a very loud sound, like a shotgun blast, but it doesn't do anything else. It doesn't. You can. I mean, it probably hurts your hand if you're holding it, but other than that, it's just a really loud sound. We carry pepper pistols that shoot pepper spray from here to that wall, and all of our devices again are designed specifically to create a psychological belief that you cannot win without any ability to hurt you, and that's a vital component to our strategies and our equipment. But this example, when you see something like this, with this right here, it actually has like a grenade top to it. But when you see that, you really think, my God, this thing is like serious. And it's just air. It's just air. So you can actually stop someone from believing something very, very bad by using air. But they always make you believe it's got to be, it's got to have like killing potential. Killing potential is 0, but psychological terror potential for a predator, this is very scary for them. They don't know what it is, they don't want to know what it is. And I can also show you this device real quick.